I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Would you pray with me? Gracious God, we come to you this day to begin another session of the Carl Junction Board of Alderman. We ask that you impart upon us your wisdom and your guidance so that we may promote justice, assist those in need, and provide for the overall well-being of the citizens of Carl Junction. It's in your most holy name we pray. Amen.
Thank you, Rick. Next is approval of the agenda. Are there any comments or changes to the agenda?
I move to approve the agenda.
Second.
Motion by Donna Allen, second by Roger Spencer to approve the agenda as presented. All those in favor, please signify by raising your right hand. 7 in the affirmative with 1 absent. The agenda is approved. Next is the consent agenda, which is approval of the minutes of the previous meeting and approval of our disbursements. Are there any comments or corrections or questions about the consent agenda?
Move to approve the consent agenda.
Motion by Donna Allen, second by Rick Flynn to approve the consent agenda as presented. All those in favor, please signify by raising your right hand. 7 in the affirmative with 1 absent. The consent agenda is approved. Next is public forum. Anyone wishing to speak in public forum? Last call for public forum. This is your big chance. Very well, then we'll move right along. Oh, I forgot to ask you guys. This P&Z cases. P&Z case 2205. Do we have to have a public hearing on this? Huh?
Yeah, that's what this is. No?
No, it's not a public hearing.
Okay. P&Z case 2205, final plat for Rainier Farms.
Of course, we'll have it in an ordinance later, possibly, but Schubert Mitchell and Anderson Engineering is here to answer questions on it. This is phase 1 of the new development up off of Ivy. P&Z is recommending approval of it, and I'll let them
Good.
give you the highlights.
Sure.
Yep, this is, my name is Jacob Lett with Schubert Mitchell Homes. We're presenting phase 1 of Rainier Farms. It's the first of 4 phases here in this neighborhood. Answer any questions, any concerns you guys have.
Mike?
I don't have any questions, but I'll bring it up, I guess, on the ordinance.
Okay. All right. All right. Anyone else have any questions? I guess we're done with the P&Z case then.
Thank you, council.
Next, ordinances. First is an ordinance providing for financial disclosure and conflicts of interest.
We will put this ordinance on first reading by title only.
Second.
Motion by Donna Allen, second by Roger Spencer to put this ordinance on first reading by title only. Will the clerk please read the title?
An ordinance providing for a financial disclosure.
Discussion?
This is our annual. Holly's the only one that hasn't been through this, but we do it annually.
Yeah. This can't
Just
work for the city. It's the only thing to the city. Very well, and anything else? Oh,
I move we put this ordinance on second reading by title only.
Second.
motion by Donna Allen, second by Roger Spencer to put this ordinance on second reading by title only. Will the clerk please read the title?
An ordinance providing for a financial disclosure and conflicts of interest.
Any further discussion?
Make a motion, we put this on final passage.
Second.
Motion by Roger Spencer, second by Donna Allen to put this ordinance on final passage. This is the handbook to go to electronic voting. All those in favor, please signify by raising your right hand. 7 in the affirmative with 1 absent. Please vote electronically. 7 in the affirmative with 1 absent. The ordinance passes, and that would be ordinance
2220.
2220. Thank you. Next is an ordinance approving the final plat of Rainier Farms.
I move we put this ordinance on first reading by title only.
Second.
Motion by Donna Allen, second by Roger Spencer to put this ordinance on first reading by title only. Will the clerk please read the title?
An ordinance accepting Rainier Farms of Carl Junction subject to certain conditions.
Discussion. Mike?
Sure. I think we just need to carefully consider, like, adding tons of new homes does, and maybe it's great, maybe it's not great. I don't know. I just want everybody to make sure they're thinking of everything. I feel like we're building many houses as we can, as fast as we can, because we can, but I just want to make sure we're thinking of the ramifications of that, I guess. We were at open house today with kids, and class sizes are near 300 in some classes, and classes are as big as they've ever been. Had to add students. I know that's not our concern as the school district necessarily, but I'm saying they're saturated to the point where every space utilized, and going to be probably having to build more buildings if we continue to build more houses. They're going to be adding on. And that's again not our concern necessarily, but it's things I think that we need to consider all aspects of what adding a whole bunch of houses can do. I don't know. The school, the rest of our infrastructure, just making sure that we think that we can handle it, because we're growing at quite a rapid rate.
I understand that, but you realize the school district encompasses Wildwood,
Oh, sure.
Asbury,
Yeah,
a lot of areas around here, and that's where a lot of houses are being built, and that's why the school district's getting larger and larger and larger. Just as a counter, just as a counter.
I know, but I'm saying 160 houses is also going to add to the school district,
Yes, it will.
and add to our wastewater treatment facility, and add to everything else that we have to try to support. I don't know when that was built, the wastewater treatment facility. In 1970, the population was 1,600. I don't know if they, built that with 15,000 in mind. Maybe they did, but things that we're going to have to consider.
Oh, it's had 3 major bond issuance upgrades to it. One major upgrade that was not a bond issue. DNR is, and actually the guys from Anderson can talk about this later. One of the things that goes into DNR is the loading of wastewater, and DNR has no problems not approving an expansion to the system if we get to a certain point of percentage of and we've hit that before and had to pause. Luckily, it was at about the same time that the housing crash happened. So.
I guess that's all I have, sir.
Thank you. Any other comments? Good discussion. Mike? Rick?
I go try 2 things.
That's
One-
okay. You were late. That's why you're getting
okay, we're speaking professional.
Yes.
So two things. One was, what does that many houses do as far as our fire department and the police department, as far as that is concerned? And then I had another thing. But then, anyway, that would be my concern. Is our fire department capable of covering that many more? 4 phases of how many houses in each phase are we talking?
Roughly 40 to 50 a phase is what we're
40,
looking
50 phase.
at. I think a couple are slightly larger, some smaller.
Once again, we have no control over the fire department. And it's not just the city of Carl Junction. It's the entire area.
Everybody's growing.
And if the area grows out outside the city limits, we have no control over that.
I understand that.
That's
What we do look that goes along with that is just like the wastewater is, we have to know what the fire flows are going to be at the fire hydrants that we put in to make sure that we have sufficient water pressure and volume at those.
And I haven't been to a planning and zoning meeting, so I should probably go. But are those the types of things that they're looking at? Okay.
There's a big tower right out there.
Yeah.
All right, I'm just curious.
One's operating.
Yeah, big one.
Yeah, that's the one that went down there.
Well, yeah, it is operating. Any further discussion?
They probably put it on.
Oh, wait.
Oh, Bob, I'm sorry.
So they took care, or they redid the retention pond and everything, so that's gonna cover everything that's there.
Yeah, there's that big boat that's laying on top of the plats there. That's their, what do they call it? Drainage report? Yeah, drainage and stormwater management.
Any further discussion?
I think that new homes would be a positive, right? More people live here, more businesses are gonna be attracted to come here if their employees may live here. More income coming in for the fire department, the police department, I would think.
Very good.
I'll move to put this ordinance on second reading by title only.
Second.
Motion by Don Allen, second by Rick Glenn to put this ordinance on second reading by title only. Will the clerk please read the title?
An ordinance accepting Rainer Farms of Carl Junction, subject to certain conditions.
Is there any further discussion?
Make a motion, we put it on final passage.
Second.
Motion by Roger Spencer, second by Don Allen, to put this ordinance on final passage. It's a handbook to go to electronic voting. All those in favor, please signify by raising your right hand. 7 in the affirmative, please vote electronically. We have 6 in the affirmative with 1 opposed and 1 absent. The ordinance passes. That's ordinance number
2221.
Next is the administration report. Any comments, corrections, or gripes for the city administrator?
I don't have a copy of that.
Yeah, I did, sorry, it's laying there, I didn't, forgot Friday.
No,
Get
you're
it done,
gone.
so I forgot it. And I was gone Fridays. I forgot Thursday,
On the lakeside park,
yes, sir.
it says the scoring process has begun. How long does that take?
I've got one more person I need to get it to score. I'm gonna give everything to Mr. Burns, since he's the chairman of that committee, and then we'll have those collate them and get them sent back into DR.
Okay.
You were saying next spring, you think?
Parks.
Next spring?
Construction probably next spring.
I asked Steve earlier this evening, I said, I'd like the first of the month, have him give us a special report on projects like Splash Park, Lakeside Park, the stormwater projects that those 3 we've asked for grants on, and like the police radios, things like that, and the project down on Center Creek. So the first of the month, we'll get a special report from him, kind of updating us on what's going on, so we know, so that we won't be in limbo. Anything else from the city administrator? Very well, then we'll go to department reports. We've got a police report here. Any comments on the police report? No comments? Very well. We don't have a building inspector report. We got that last time. We got Public Works. We got a copy of that. Jay's here. Any comments for Jay? Or questions for Jay? If not, then we'll move right along to unfinished business. Jim?
Committee report.
Oh, committee reports? Oh, I was gonna
He's
skip
trying,
that.
he's
That's
trying.
right.
He's really trying to
I
skip.
told her I wouldn't get a call on it. Budget and finance, Ladonna.
Well, the one committee that accomplished something tonight. I'll have you know. Okay, we had a budget meeting tonight. I will make this short and sweet if I can. Went over the budget after first quarter. One of the things we've been concerned about, we talked about before, was fuel. Fuel costs have come down a little bit, plus we changed the grade of fuel we're getting, so hopefully that will balance out. We'll keep track on it. All the department heads are looking at their budgets carefully and no real alarm going. Also, we discussed, and the budget committee is recommending that we change collection of our city's personal and real property taxes over to Jasper County Collector's Office. We're gonna have a contract for review and an ordinance in a special meeting later this month. Our collection rate, especially on personal property, came in at like 81% so far for 2021 taxes, which will have some trickle in. Before that, it was 89. It's consistently falling because we really don't have a way to enforce collection. So by switching it over to the county, we are now like the last holdout in Jasper County. Every other city basically in the county has contracted with them. So you'll be getting more information. It is a 4% collection rate, but even given the collection rate or collection fee, but with the 4% collection fee, we will still come out way ahead considering what our percentage is right now in collection. So we are recommending that you guys will get it in a packet and agenda for a special meeting. So hopefully you can review that if you've got any questions.
Yeah, the special meeting will be for the
Tax levy.
tax levy for the state. That's what we have for the meeting, so we're gonna do that at the same time.
So if nobody has any questions, or if they do, I've got some emails and stuff I can forward to you if you don't get them.
And basically, Senate Bill 5 took all of our enforcement powers away for collecting taxes. When they had the deal in St. Louis, they passed a law saying basically we can't do anything. So let the county do it. That way, if they don't pay their personal property taxes, they can't get a license. So we don't have that enforcement power, but they do. A lot of people pay the county, but they don't pay the city. Anything else?
That's it, unless anybody has questions.
Nope. Next is code and nuisance. Rick?
Nothing, sir.
Human resources, Roger?
Nothing.
We have a meeting today.
Oh, yeah, we do. We have closed session. I'm sorry.
Oh, okay. Thank you. Is that it?
Yes.
Public consulting planning. Mike?
Sir.
Thank
I'm
you.
not with.
Senior citizens?
No.
Richard?
No.
Nothing?
Not tonight.
Everything going okay?
I'll talk to some of you later.
Okay.
That don't sound good.
That breakfast is still good.
Absolutely.
First Saturday of the month, that breakfast is good and it's very affordable. I highly recommend it. Okay, very well. Now we will then move on to unfinished business. Jim?
No, sir.
Mike?
Nothing, sir.
No one finished.
I have nothing. Roger?
Nothing.
Rick?
Just where are we at on the grant for the stormwater stuff? Had a couple people asking about that.
We won't know anything till October.
Yeah, they submitted them.
Got it, they're submitted.
Yeah.
They're submitted.
Yeah.
They're supposed to announce them in October and then we get the money 18 months later if we get it. I think I did see something today though that on MML that they're getting ready to put out the second ARP money. We can get it in this month or next month. That may be just for Joplin and those cities though. No, it's gonna be for state and
No,
those
I was
too.
gonna cover that under
Oh.
when you got to me.
Sorry. Didn't mean to take your
But
I
time.
had good words this time for.
still on that.
That's all right.
All right, Bob?
Nothing.
Holly?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Talley? Elena? Crystal? Steve?
So to continue what the mayor started, yes, we got notification, we'll be getting our next tranche of money, 843,000 something by the 18th. So we'll have that second batch in. The other one I had is, you asked me about the treatment plant and the SCADA upgrade. You guys have the letter there from Algier Martin. They went through them, made sure everything was apples to apples. It is, and so Mid-America is the responsive low bidder on that, so they are recommending him too. So I would need a motion to approve those bids so that we can move forward with
Contract.
contracts.
I move we move forward with which one is it?
Mid-America?
Mid-America bid, or we approve the Mid-America bid to move forward with contract.
Second.
Motion by Don Allen, second by Roger Spencer to approve the bid submitted by Mid-America for the SCADA system. All those in favor, please signify by raising your right hand. 7 in the affirmative with no absent. Send it out. Jay, you have anything for us in old business, unfinished business? Very well. Holly, new business. Bob?
Nope.
Rick?
Just, I saw on Facebook, a lot of people are not happy with the swimming pool. And I don't know that there's a lot we can do. We have a contract with them. I don't know. I just wanted to bring that here and throw it out there for food for thoughts.
I do have a meeting scheduled for next week with the director of the Wise.
Unhappy about what?
And we are deducting every day they shut down from their payment, correct?
Yeah, it was, I don't want to say it was the worst year that we had ever had for complaints on the pool, but it was close to that. And it's not an unusual problem. Joplin, they had times where they didn't open up different pools. And Lamar didn't even open theirs up this year. Yosho's was closed twice, once for repairs, and then they had some with. And so it's not an unusual problem, but we shouldn't pay them for the days that they weren't open when they have a contract that says that they'll be open.
Right. I know they're having issues with lifeguards or whatever, but then I hear they're closed all day, but then if there's a party, all of a sudden lifeguards are available for a party after hours. So it's kind of.
Yeah, one of the qualifiers of having lifeguards down there is that you have to have so many for however many bather load it is, so during the day, they have to have a maximum amount, for the amount of bathers that they have there. For a party, they might have been able to cover it with one or two lifeguards that they had, which would make it seem a little strange that it was open for a party and then not open for the public. Might have been one of the reasons, I don't know.
I don't know if they this is just a suggestion out there. Maybe they're only open Monday, Wednesday, Friday. I don't know. And, consolidate their lifeguards to those days or something.
We are having some maintenance problems down there. Probably all of you know that the pool was built in 1978. It's had some remodeling and stuff done to it. It is structurally, it's still pretty sound. We do lose a lot of water, and it's not through the pool itself, it's in the piping that's underneath the pool that feeds both the suction and the discharge back into the pool. Those pipes are what we're having leakage with. So it used to be you could just add a little bit of water. I say a little bit, it's a big pool, but add a little bit of water every day to keep it full. Well, now you pretty much have to have the water running all the time. There is significant leakage, in those pipes. Those pipes were put in 1978, and they're galvanized, so it's just wear on them. It's a problem. There is no inexpensive way of replacing those pipes because they are underneath the pool itself, so you would have to cut out large sections to get to those pipes. I haven't done an analysis to see how much. It just sounds, and what I know about the way it's built, really expensive.
Ace Pipe?
I did talk to Ace Pipe about lining them. They can't do a pipe under 8 inches or 6 inches. All of those are probably 2 4 inch. Majority of them are 2-inch pipes. Now they can clean them. They have a system that they can clean them with, and it's called an ice pig. And they force pressurized ice through the lines, and that's how they clean them. But as far as lining them, no. It is a replacement.
The stuff in the pipes might be all that's holding them together at this point.
It could be.
They don't want to blow it up.
That is true. Anything else, Rick?
That's all I have.
Roger?
Nothing.
I have no new business. Donna?
The only thing, have we decided anything on the new round of the water conservation grants? Are we gonna apply for anything to that?
LWCF is not open yet. RTP, Recreational Trust Program, is open.
Oh, I thought we got the email that they had announced that they were open.
Yeah, that was RTP. Which we could actually use that for, Tom Station through to Lakeside Park, make improvements on it. We could use it for that.
Yeah, I was thinking that we had got an email that the next round of the LWCF was.
I haven't heard anything about them yet. I'm watching, but I haven't seen it.
They have the same requirements that we have on Thomas Station.
Pretty much.
No motorized vehicles.
Just say if we can,
Forever.
we've been pretty lucky on some grants, so if we can get some more, that'd be great. So I just wanted to know.
Is that it? Mike?
I have nothing, sir.
Jim?
No, sir.
Mr. Tully, new business? Elena?
No, sir.
Crystal?
No, sir.
Steve?
No, sir.
Jay?
I just want to say that we've got 9 or 8 really good workers now.
Good.
They're doing a really good job.
I see him working out there. That's good.
Good to hear.
Very well then, well, moving on. Next is a closed session for the revised Missouri Statute 610-021, hiring, firing, discipline, or promoting of particular employees by a public governmental body when personal information about the employees discussed or recorded. I would like a motion to go into closed session. This will be a roll call vote.
I move we go into closed session under Missouri 610-021 to discuss personnel.
Second.
Ms. Liddell Allen, Summer Roger Spencer. Will the clerk please call the roll?
Paulina Levine? Yes. Mark Satterley? Rick Flynn?
Yes.
Mike Burns?
Yes.
Bob McAfee?
Yes.
Jim Dozy?
Here.
Yes. Alan?
Yes.
Roger Spencer?
Yeah.
Thank you. We're in closed session now.